Hello and welcome to the episode 14 of C++ Code Deep Dive. In this episode I will show you how thread is designed in C++ standard library. If you find presented content useful, don't forget to press the like button and subscribe. I will start by defining function accepting single parameter. I will use it as an entry point to the thread. Next, I'm declaring thread with this function as a parameter and a single float value. Let's deep dive to see what happens at construction time. The thread constructor is templated and declares callable. There's a guarding constraint that checks if callable type is not the same type as a thread. This construct prevents collision with thread copying constructor. At the beginning, ID field is initialized with native thread handle. As we deep dive into series of aliases, we can see the final reference is pthread_t, which is an unsigned long int alias. Next, there's a static assert that checks if callable type is invocable with provided argument types. Decay helps in removing references from the types. This is important since thread has to check if arguments can be passed by value to the callable. Constructor will invoke start thread with the state pointer and yet another callable. Firstly, state implementation is created. It wraps callable that is initialized with variable amount of arguments, the same as passed to the thread constructor. In this case, there's alias used to the call wrapper. This references invoker that uses tuple as a templated parameter. It will construct the tuple from the passed arguments. You can watch my other episode for details on tuple. This state implementation is wrapped into state pointer, which is actually alias on unique pointer. If you're interested in unique pointer details, you can watch my other episode on this topic. At this point, thread ID reference is already set and start thread will invoke system code to make the system thread running. Let's see what happens when the entry point is invoked. I'll add join call so that the main thread waits for the child thread to finish. Execution breaks in a newly created thread. There are system-level libraries called at the very bottom. Then, at some point, run method is called of state implementation, which invokes function, which is a wrapping invoker object. Invoker generates the list of indices in the compile time. You can watch similar construct in a variant episode. Invoke method accepts this indices sequence, unpacks the tuple into variable amount of arguments, and delegates call to standard invoke. Eventually, invoke implementation performs direct entry point call along with perfect forwarding of the arguments. At the very end, thread is destroyed. If it's joinable, it will be directly terminated. The thread is joinable if thread ID is still present as a non-zero value. As we joined the thread explicitly, this is not the case. In this video, I showed how thread is designed and constructed in C++ standard library. Now you know it. If you like this video, make sure to press like button and subscribe. I hope my content will help you creating something great. Thanks for watching.